The very basis of the concurrence by the Crime Control Council was based on the explanation by the police of the approach that they have. Fundamentally, what this operation seeks to do is to take back the streets of certain communities that really have been in the hands of the criminals. And it is an initiative and an operation which is designed for the police to work indeed with the community. And there are signs already that with the indication of this initiative, it will have a positive effect. The idea being that these communities have law-abiding citizens, and they also have criminals in there. The law-abiding citizens themselves are afraid of the criminals. And the big point is that the police are going to help this country to take back our streets in those communities, and it's going to have a long-term effect. Therefore, in relation to rights, the approach of the police will be to go into these areas to deal with those who are against the law. And they intend to be professional and fair in their approach. No doubt, in these circumstances, it may be that some innocent people's rights are affected. But these are measures which are in all laws that are designed to achieve these very difficult objectives. And the Constitution gives one, so to speak, a certain elasticity in this regard. So the police fundamental approach is not to trample on people's rights, but to go in there and to carry out these initiatives that will result in even the greater acquisition of intelligence information, and to find guns if there are guns there, and to even establish better relations with the community in the fight against crime, which is a fight not only of the police, but of the community on a whole.
Speaking of the involvement of the community, are you all thinking of any specific steps which you all can take in order to involve the members of the community to reach your primary goal?
Well, certainly. One of the first things that we are doing, we realize that there are members of the community who are law-abiding citizens who otherwise would not have opened up to our police officers, simply because their neighbors may not be as law-abiding as they are, and because of a fear factor that if a police would speak to them, obviously their neighbors would be concerned and probably put threats on them. This type of operations offer us a closer working relationship with the community, where the community can now have an avenue through which they can dialogue with the police as they go about doing their business within their areas. And hopefully that will help to strengthen that relationship. We are hoping that our community police officers will be able to go in after we finish with these initial operations, along with some people from the Human Development Ministry, to look at some community social work that can enhance these areas that we are going into, so that it becomes a safer and better place after we finish our operations.
I would like to add to that, because we don't want to speak too specifically. We want to deal with what is the general approach. General approach would certainly be that the community and the police form a better relationship, better cooperation in dealing with crime on a whole. In the discussions today, what was recognized too is that we need to empower the public in a greater way. And the greater way is to, on a general scale, to educate the public more as to the initiatives, not only in relation to cracking down in particular areas, but initiatives that have been formulated. For instance, by Restore Belize, there's a strategic plan which is documented. And we have the background of so many different studies, including that of Dr. Gale. And we need to educate the people all across this country of what is the holistic plan, so to speak, to deal with this crime problem. It's a matter of education, so that people can understand it's a difficult problem. You're going to have, unfortunately, murders continuing to happen. But we want, first of all, the public to understand that there is a plan to bring this down, and we're not going to maybe see clear results until years from now. But at least the people understand and also can play a part in the whole fight against this crime thing that has bedeviled us for so long.